Right, because you have to pay back $26 million.
Yeah.
How did that sit on you? Because that's essentially, for most human beings, if they're lucky, way more than their lifetime earnings.
Sure.
Knowing that, I mean, how do these things work? I mean, they can't take all your money. They have to leave us something for you to live off of.
So I pay the way it works is fairly straightforward. I pay a percentage of my income every month to restitution. So,
can you say what the percentage is?
I can't say.
Fair enough.
You know, it's significant. It's
significant.
It's a burden, and and it goes up based on different kinds of earning. So if I have to travel to earn it, it basically becomes almost all of it. If I'm earning in here, it's not as much as that. It's like there's nuances to it, so it's not like just always a flat percentage. But it's a huge burden. It's significant, and ironically, it's also expensive, right? Because to pay. I'm basically doing the accounting of a public company for my personal finances, right? I have to pay accountants and auditors to verify what my income is. And so it's expensive just to have the right to pay the restitution. So it's a burden in more ways than I initially thought it would be.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Yeah, it's part of the punishment. Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be punishment.
Yeah, not complaining, but I'm saying it's a burden in more ways than just the money.
Well, and a lot of the influencers like the Kendall Jenners and the Bella Hadids, they had to speak out about the whole thing. And
I think the one thing that really pissed me off during this whole process, and once again, I'm clearly the worst actor here, is one of the Fyre subsidiaries was forced into bankruptcy, and that bankruptcy sued some people to get money back. And I think they sued people who actually did work, right? And they didn't sue other people who didn't work. So I think they sued the wrong people. So I'm sitting in jail, seeing on TMZ every 6 weeks, oh, Kendall Jenner sued, this person sued. I'm why are you paying suing the people who actually did their work? And I think they clawed back $1.2 million. And they kept 1.18 of it for legal fees. So basically, it's
so the lawyers got paid.
So the lawyers got paid, and no one else got paid. That pissed me off. It's that's not how it's supposed to work, and that's sad to see.
Okay, so here you are, 27 years old.
Yeah.
And you're going to prison, real prison, federal prison, for the first time.
Yeah.
You've never really been locked up before. And now you got to deal with prison politics and so forth. What was that first night like?
My first night I had a Spanish cellmate, and he kept asking me what I did. And I didn't know, I actually learned some Spanish in jail. I didn't know much Spanish at the time. I knew dinero was money. I didn't want to say a money crime because that wasn't going to be good. So I didn't know how to describe, my crime. So I remember that being my first fear. He's like, hey, what happened? What happened? I'm like, I don't really know. And I don't want to say dinero because I think I have money. I have no money at this point. So that was a weird, that was my first, this shit's fucking real, right? This guy's yelling at me in Spanish, asking me what I did. I don't know how to tell him what I did.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as what he probably thinks I did, right? So it's how do I navigate these waters?
Okay. And wasn't Mike the Situation from Jersey Shore?
Yeah, so he was, and then I was transferred to initially a what they call a camp, which is a minimum security place, with the Situation, and then Michael Cohen too. So that was
Michael Cohen, who was Trump's lawyer?
Trump's lawyer, yeah. We're all at the same place at the same time. So they had their hands full for a few months.